Good morning and welcome back to Norfolkfords. Today I thought I'd show you, well, the extent of how bad the weather is around these parts. Obviously we're not the worst compared to up north. Lincolnshire has been heavily damaged by water, but yeah, my mate Matt, this video is specifically for you. Turn the pumps up, mate. Field's too wet now, this is getting ridiculous. So start with the wheat field and we'll sort of go on from there. But if you look, we've got wet headland. Well, the headlands are always going to come wet first anyway. Look at the way the water's just sat down, spray wheeling, as you'd expect really. It's all quite bad really. But then we go a little bit further up and get a wide angle again. You can see spray wheeling again, and then we've actually got some lows in the field. You can see them there, can't you? So we have actually started to fill the middle of the field with water. This just shows the extent of how bad the rain has been recently, really. Terrible. Now that we've got wet patches in the middle, that does make me feel a bit rubbish, because you don't mind the headlands so much because you expect the headlands to be jammed down more and can't get it off, so on and so forth. But we've got stuff growing, you know, we've got stuff growing on the headlands. That's not a problem. It's growing in the water as long as the water can go soonish, I hope. The headlands may recover, but the middle of the field there certainly has me worried. Hopefully, well, according to the weatherman, we're getting a different, I can't remember the way the pressures work, we're getting a different pressure change, and that's going to bring forward some drier times. But the weatherman did also say we were meant to have had snow in the last 2 weeks, quite consistent snow, so we haven't had that. Here's quite interesting. I don't think I've said anything on the channel yet. This is a trials plot for a chemical company. So Chloe's friend Emily is started up one of these chemical companies. I can't remember the name now, that makes me feel daft. And we're having a trial plot for blackgrass control. So I shall spray every part of this field apart from that. So it's worthwhile with all these chemicals being cancelled and rejected, and you just can't get the same chemicals you used to. I think it's the right thing to do, because that's 0.7 of a hectare, and that's my little bit, just trying to hopefully find the new best thing for blackgrass. But we'll carry on. The wheat field is still rather wet. This sort of end is a little bit higher, I think, so this end seems to be a little bit better. But then we have got a couple of lows. You can see where Dad went across with the sprayer when he was doing the big kill roundup after we'd chitted here. You can just see that there. So every time you put tyre on this field, you can always see, because even though we've had the pass of the well, we've done power hour twice over that, you can still see where he was, and it wasn't wet conditions when he did that. So just shows maybe controlled traffic farming is the way forward. Maybe I don't think I'd do it, but I think it has a lot to say for it when you see little patches like that. This bit here around the pole's the worst. This sort of has a sloping low. There's nothing to do. We look down the dike though. The dike might be a foot, it's less than a foot lower than the field, is how that is. That dike is full. Mind you, that's not a deep dike, but that's full. We'll move round, because just on the edge here we have got a main drain, so we'll quickly have a look at that. Right then, this is part of the main drain, so obviously that looks lower there. No, water level is still the same, it's just this is the higher end of the field. So down this end of the field it seems to be a lot better. So you can sort of imagine from the way we're looking at the water and stuff, this field probably sits on a bit of a slope like that. Don't take a lot of working out. There's a low in the middle, obviously. There's the lows. This is now the back side of them. So yeah, I bet this is one of the headlands, and this is fine, nice and high up, and that's actually established and quite healthy, and that looks quite good, I think. But yeah. But this is the other side of the main drain, and you can see there is flow to it. You know, but we're level with the top of the pipe, look. But this is the other side. This is the beet field. There's the winter wheat. But they're just full dikes. Well, this is for Matt. Matt, why isn't the pump running? Run it faster now. Right, we're now in the frosty wheat field, and as you can see, this is sat a lot nicer. This is a lot more level field, and we ain't got the highs and lows, but you can see where the edge wheels of my drill have been. So nothing's coming through yet. I've tried to find a route, can't seem to see any, but still got to sit tight and wait on this one, I'm afraid. Nothing more to be done. But underfoot it's sticky, but you know, walks all right. But yeah, you can just see the water in the wheatlands, and of course the headland. The headland I never drilled. I just wanted it in the main body, but the headland will probably plough over and patch in a little bit of spring barley just on this edge here, just because it's probably 10 metres across. Might as well, you know, width of the header, that'll be all right. And also the other half of this field, well, the last third we'll call it, you can just sort of see the join there, and that's the edge of where we got to here. So nothing really to report here. It's in the floor, hopefully it's all right. So long as it grows well, I think we're fine. And here we have the winter barley, and actually I'm really pleased with this. This looks lovely and tall. It's got too much water for sure, but the field is actually soaking away. There's no wet patches. It's wetter in the wheelings, but you will find that regardless. I don't know what happened there, but there seems to be a strip where that's not established as well. That may have been where we were still sort of setting up the depths and stuff, but yeah, that's an odd strip. But ignore the wiggle, that's where I sort of finished this headland and wanted to keep the drill going to get to that wheeling so I could come back without just running on stuff. So that's worked out quite nicely, I think. A little bit scruffy, but hey ho. You can actually see in this field there is a low like that, but it lows to the dike. So I think that's how this field has stayed on top of things. But yeah, it feels better underfoot here, but this was established a lot sooner. So yeah, it's pretty good. There's not really much else to say. It's nice to see it's all coming along. Obviously there's this sort of your yellow, which I've been told through several comments from you guys, it's just where it's had too much water. It's losing the nutrition in the leaves, and yeah, it's effectively taking the nutrition back from the leaves to keep the plant going. So we could do with some dryness, so it's got time to sort of get some nutrition back into it instead of just water. So that's not bad, I think. So now we've done the sensible thing and come somewhere that's warm. Love the boiler. Warm your hands up on this plate here. That's bloody hot. Let's have a quick look. How hot is she today? Today we are looking at 31 degrees Celsius, which is a wee bit warm. So boiler's doing good. She's got a little bit of a problem. We've tried upgrading the alarm system, and we've gone to an internet dialer, because beforehand we were always a SIM card. The worst part of that was eventually it had run out of pay-as-you-go minutes, because having it on a contract was far too expensive. So pay-as-you-go worked quite well, but eventually it had run out of minutes and you'd have to go top it up and all that sort of stuff. So
Then we changed contracts. We went from EE, who were rubbish, to Vodafone, who were great, and now they're rubbish again. There's no good phone signal. Leave a comment if you agree. And yeah, so we had no good signal in here on the Vodafones. Thought about going back to EE on a pay-as-you-go, just nothing really that thrilling. But then we thought we'd try an internet dialer, and we've hooked the internet dialer up, and we've had a few people look at it, and we just can't get it working. Honestly, I don't know what to do. Follow the instructions. So the only thing I can do is contact the company in America, and we shall have to go from there. But anyway, the winter crops are certainly looking wet, but I'm not the only one. I'm sure many of you watching also have got very wet crops, and yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of people in a worse situation. I'm glad that I've got most of mine established quite nicely. We'll see what happens with the frost field. Make sure you subscribe and stay up to date for that. And yeah, it's just a real shame to see like the big expansion year with the tenancy has come so wet, because it does just knock the wind out of you a little bit, thinking, right, we've got the expansion, we need this to work, and everything's wet. So anyway, just general quick update around the fields really. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Have I established things correctly? Am I worrying too much because I've got wet patches? Or am I not worrying enough? What can I be doing differently? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe, stay up to date with what we're doing, follow us on social media, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.